Right, let's turn our attention to a campaign we've been following for quite a few years now, and in particular, Solent WASPI. Tell us about the latest in their campaign. Lead on this, of course, as ever, Shelagh Simmons joins me on the line now. Shelagh, how are you, lovely? You right?
I'm good, thank you, Chris. Good evening to you.
Yeah, and it's a bit ironic, actually, because obviously we sort of contacted each other.
Yeah.
Because there's so much about, obviously, Solent WASPI. Thought, got to get Shelagh on, and I've read your mind. So you were looking to contact us. But it's been a busy couple of weeks for Solent WASPI. What's the latest there in the campaign, Shelagh?
Well, we're back on the WASPI roller coaster yet again, Chris. I don't know how many people know actually what our campaign is about, but we're women born in the 1950s who had our state pension age raised by as much as 6 years to make it equal with men's state pension age, which wasn't an issue for us. But the DWP, the Department for Work and Pensions, made a right pig's ear of telling us. In fact, they didn't tell us properly. And we took our complaints to the Parliamentary Ombudsman, who found in our favour, who said there was maladministration, there was injustice, and that we should be paid compensation. And the government thus far is refusing. We took it to a judicial review, and then the government suddenly found, or the DWP suddenly found, a piece of evidence that had been skulking somewhere within their department. And they said that this was new evidence, although it wasn't. It was actually evidence from 2007. And so they said they were going to withdraw their original decision not to compensate while they looked at this new evidence and came up with a new decision. They should have done that. They agreed 12 weeks to do that. That should have been by around the end of February, beginning of March. But in fact, last Thursday, on the 29th of January, the Secretary of State for Work and Pensions, Pat McFadden, made an announcement in an almost empty Commons chamber, because it was on a Thursday when most MPs would be back in their constituencies, and he must have known that. He actually stood up and said that the decision they originally took was going to stand and that there would still be no compensation for us.